I'm just going to tell you right now, there's a lot of stuff I'm not happy about. And if you're a fucking libtard, you are not going to like this show today. I mean, Pappas, you would think people would have listened to us. We could have told them months ago. And in fact, we did. Don't elect that communist Mamdani. How are we looking now? And then you've got the wife of Gavin Newsom, the absolute poster child for an awful. And then you've got Hakeem Jeffries and the libtard Democrats talking about the 25th Amendment. I mean, they are just idiots.
Hit it.
And we're going to hit them all on the One More I'm Out of Here podcast. Little known fact, Andrew Pappas played every instrument that you hear in that intro right there. At his home studio. He started out with the bass line.
Little known.
Then he got on the drums, and then he got the solo guitar going.
Getting them all together.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, it was amazing. The skin flute was amazing.
The skin flute was
that
is a specialty.
It's a big instrument.
No, it's not.
No, it's a huge one.
No, it's not.
You thought a bassoon was big. Puts the wind in wind, baby.
Oh, for God's sake. I am so pissed off about so much stuff.
Oh, there's a lot to be pissed off about.
Well, we've talked about this before, but the term is called awful. AWFUL, which can you tell me what AWFUL stands for there, Pappas?
Another white urban liberal something.
A is affluent.
Oh, no, well, or another.
Or another.
It could be another.
Another white.
AWF female. Urban liberal.
There you go. That was close.
So you've got the wife of the governor out there. And the thing is, it wouldn't be a big deal.
Quite affluent.
But Gavin Newsom is probably very likely to be the Democrat nominee to run. Would you say there's a better than even chance of him getting the nomination?
Who else?
I mean, come on, there's no way. Buttigieg is out there, Buttigieg's out there with his fake beard and not wearing his
fake tits,
his man titties anymore.
His fake tits.
I think the jury's still out because honestly, I mean, the amount of money they wasted on the railroad to nowhere is a story gaining some traction.
I know, but the media is not going to highlight that.
The hospice, I shared a story.
What about his butterfly trail?
The hospice fraud that's going on out there.
That's a huge story.
It's a huge story.
That is a monumentally huge story.
I think there's just a lot of stuff. I think it's gonna be death by 1,000 cuts for him. And I think you know what? I don't think many Democrats in the power broker class like the guy. I really don't. So who knows? You may be right. I think Kamala still is lurking. I think she's. I don't think she's going anywhere. So I mean, who knows?
Well, can I tell you the burden
she might bend
that hasn't been burdened, that has been not undone?
The burden that is burdensome. Wait, the burden?
You can just say burden in any sentence, and it doesn't matter, and everybody knows it's her.
I'm watching Dan restart his computer for the 4th time,
but this thing's a piece of shit.
Actually, it's really not. It's not the computer.
I should have never.
It's an HP, and I really don't even have much stuff on it. You would think that it would run, but it freezes up.
It's all that
time.
porn.
Probably you. I'm gonna go out on a limb here.
Fucking X Hamster. He was on X Hamster too much.
So no, I don't know if it's going to be. Well, Buttigieg, they just did a story on him, and he is like his satisfaction level in his hometown of the hell was it where Notre Dame is?
What, at Fort Wayne?
No,
South Bend.
South Bend.
Population.
I always say Fort Wayne every time.
Population about 45,000 people. And he is like wildly. They're paying off his debts, and they say they're in debt. Yeah,
in South Bend.
South Bend. He put this.
He didn't accomplish shit.
He didn't do anything there. Nothing. but he breastfed.
Now he's breastfed. Yeah, he's
now
breastfed.
They used to love him, and now
he took maternity leave.
He took maternity leave, and now he's. I think he's a resident of Michigan. I think he moved to Michigan. I'm almost positive he did. I could have sworn
he wanted to be closer to you, and your your giant schwans.
My
He's a Pappas.
My
Yeah,
skin flute.
No, thank you. You two are in the choir together.
Homie, don't play that. So that's okay. Right? Homie doesn't.
For God's sake! But the scandals that are and here's the thing.
Yes,
if you want to know,
Pete Buttplug moved his legal residence from South Bend, Indiana, to Traverse City.
Yeah, Traverse City. And let me tell you,
in 22,
Traverse City is the San Francisco of Northern Michigan. That city is about as liberal is. Bunch of granola eating. It's just I don't go to Traverse City unless I absolutely have to fly out of there, and I loathe. It's a beautiful city if you could just get rid of the liberals.
But if you want to know, if you want to understand why Pam Bondi is no longer with the Trump administration, you need look no further than J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance has been the head of the anti-fraud. Is
that fraud or frog?
Anti-fraud.
Is that fraud or frog?
Anti-fraud unit that was announced by Donald Trump during the State of the Union. So him and Dr. Oz have been looking at fraud across the country. And already in California, they've shut down payments to over 200 of these fraudulent daycare centers, these home health care centers. They've already got, I think, 60-some people indicted. It's over $600 million in fraud.
Which who brought that to light? Let's just give some kudos.
J.D. Vance.
Well, Nick Shirley brought it to light.
Well, Nick Shirley did. Yeah. Well,
let's give him some credit.
A 24-year-old kid.
But I'm saying what I'm saying is that J.D. Vance is not piggybacking on that. Him and Dr. Oz have done their own thing. This is all separate and apart from what Nick Shirley has done. But my point is this. My point is there used to be a time when if you were in the private sector expected results. They expected you to go to work, get the job done, earn the money that they're paying you. Now,
would you talk into that mic a little bit
at
more?
that same time?
Swallow the mic.
At that same time,
you're not in the radio studio. You're
at the same time.
There you go. It's better. It's way better.
If you worked for the government, well, then you could kick back, put your feet up, pencil whoop those reports, make all kinds of excuses for the job not getting done. You know, funding for this, got to have that meeting, got to get the heads of the departments together, all the bullshit. But under Trump, not getting the job done is no longer acceptable.
Right.
So you have an entire cabinet that is getting things done.
Right.
I mean, look at Marco Rubio, look at Lee Zeldin, look at Pete Hegseth. Now look at J.D. Vance.
Right.
The dude is getting things done. They are all getting things done. Kristi Noem is out there banging around with Corey Lewandowski.
Well, do you blame her?
Given her husband's personal situation, I really can't.
You can't blame her.
You know, and then you got Pam Bondi, who's out there, plenty of TV appearances. But when it came to actual work product, what did she produce? Not very much at all. I mean, a couple of little things on the fringe, fucked around with the Epstein files.
She'd get fucking snippy.
Totally unforced error. It made the administration look not good. So she's gone. Results are what matter. And that's what matters under the Trump administration. Results are what matter. And you don't get results, then you get the home version of the game. And
now,
we'll see you later.
If you ask Gavin Newsom's wife, she goes, look at everybody that's been ousted out of the cabinet. They're all females.
Oh, give me
fuck her.
Give me a break.
Look, she is
that's
a
what we call
first class
the bear.
She is a first class chiseler. I mean, we talked before about the NGO that she runs. She's got a sweetheart deal because her husband is the mayor, or not the mayor, but the governor of California. She puts these
every time I poke the bear, I'm going to do this.
She puts She puts these videos out that are, and she's doing these interviews now where she's like, "Oh, I tell boys all the time that I give my sons dolls,
Yeah,
and I tell boys all the time that you can, if you feel like a girl, you can be a girl." But what do you? She's completely out of control. She is ripping off the government to hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars.
Well, do you hear
putting out leftist, hardcore,
He's
left-wing propaganda?
It's on a roll.
Well,
I mean, she is
show.
a dangerous, and of course, the media is just going to love her, and if she was a guy, I would say they would suck his cock, for all it was worth. But
whoa,
what's the equivalent for a woman in that sense? Way the media teaches.
I'm not familiar with
slam that clam.
Slam the clam.
I'm unfamiliar with the term you're looking for.
But
just right off the rip.
You understand my point?
Yes.
So she's a very, very dangerous individual.
She is.
And the media will find
she is the definition that you said of awful. She is the definition of awful. She knows better. She knows best. She comes from a pampered, wealthy lifestyle. The funny thing is, you mentioned about NGOs, right? Turns out, and I know this is a side note, but you know who else is doing? The city of Cincinnati is doing giving NGO money, and guess who sits on one of the boards of the company getting like $300,000 a year? Your mayor,
Andrew Pappas.
No, your mayor, Aftab Purple.
Aftab.
Wait a minute.
So this whole thing of
did I miss that?
Yeah, it just broke today. This whole thing, this. I think what JD Vance is going to discover now. There's so much fraud. Nick Shirley, I know your head's going to pop. Nick Shirley is exposing. He goes to California. Here's a 24-year-old kid, right, in a hoodie. Goes to California, gets off the plane, and within hours is already doing stories showing fraud, waste, and abuse. Within hours of getting off the plane. No resources other than his camera and his brain. And then now a very big story that we just mentioned and you mentioned is that there's a lot of fraud related to the hospice industry in California, billing for services not rendered. But they all funnel money through these NGOs that then circles back and gets to them. And I think that's going to be something JD Vance and his team focus on and try to somehow bring this to light and put a stop to it, if not criminally indict these people. And I hope there are criminal indictments because too many times nothing is done. And I saw that Congress today or the White House released a statement and said, hey, listen, if you guys, any staff makes money because of information and related to the oil, the deal with Iran being that Trump was going to come out and say he's pausing for 2 weeks. And then they said that people were basically using that to make money on the commodities markets, like staff. Okay. Because they see what the president's going to talk about. They're not stupid.
Yeah.
But what I'm like, and so the White House released something. It made national news. White House is clamping down on people trading. I'm like, when is Congress going to do that? How many times do we see and hear about congressmen making money on insider information that they're
all the time?
And what is done?
Nothing.
And that's what people are tired of.
Absolutely nothing.
People are tired of it. So I hope, like you mentioned.
Well, apparently there's a story out there that someone in the Trump administration cashed in a huge way when Trump made his announcement about open the fucking straight and
Correct.
we're gonna
that's what I'm talking about.
Wipe out into who so do we know who it was?
I don't know
in
that
the Trump
it was
administration?
one person. What they said was there was an unusual activity in the commodities market for about $700,000 in I don't know if it was, shorten it or whatever. That
D-bag I was talking to at the airport, who I told you about when we were at the airport, he was the guy that was making it sound like it was someone. And I had not heard that story before, and I have not had time to research it. But if it's someone in the Trump administration,
he'll fire him. I'm sure he'll fire him.
I hope they do.
And
you know what? I'll go on record right now saying I don't care, even if it was J.D. Vance or Marco Rubio. Right. Or Pete Hegseth, if they cashed in,
fire him
on inside information,
prosecute him, fire him,
knowing that the memo from Trump was going to come out the way it did, and they made some move in the stock market to rake in however much money they raked in.
whatever
See ya.
you and I can't do.
See you later.
Right. And
Can't have it.
And
Can't have it.
I do think it'll happen because the FBI arrested one of the leakers. Trump's not putting up with leaks. So the FBI went and arrested one of the leakers that released some information. They found out who it was, and they went and arrested the guy. And they're going to prosecute him. Good. I mean, that should be done. But my question is, when is Congress, because we have three branches of government.
According to AOC, it's the White House, the Congress, and the Senate.
You got your cups, you got your hooks in the back. When is Congress going to hold Congress accountable for all of the inside trading, of which Nancy Pelosi's net worth has gone up how many gazillions of dollars since she's been in office? I mean, it's just bullshit. And listen, if old Don Jr., if he's on the thing of Polymark, did he make trades? I mean, if he made trades, prosecute him. I'll say it out loud, 513, so you can hear me clearly. Whoever, and Dano's the same way, and Jason's the same way. If somebody is making money on insider trading, I don't think Don Jr. needs the money unless you have proof that he made some trades, which I don't think you do.
You know who does need
And
money?
if you
though?
do, send it to me.
If you do,
right now.
please send it or say it, other than your little innuendos that you like to tweet out there. But I'm saying prosecute them, hold them accountable, make an example of them, and prosecute them.
You know who does
Thank you
need
for the
money?
thumbs up. Who's that?
Hunter Biden.
He does need money.
He's out there doing
So-
interviews.
What did he say? 250
Talking about
million?
he's
Or
broke.
He's broke.
like
he's broke.
so
He's
many
in debt.
millions.
So Hunter,
Can't move a painting.
Yeah, Hunter Biden. So
I wouldn't put that in my fucking bathroom.
so
Anything I've seen of his.
so Daddy doesn't need him anymore. Daddy that loved him dearly.
Daddy doesn't even know
Daddy-
who he is.
What about
anymore.
all the boards he was on?
Daddy that said he was the
Some of those positions
smartest
pay
guy.
quite nicely.
Remember
don't
what
they?
he said? He was the smartest guy
when
in
he
the
was
room.
on the board of
Burisma?
Burisma and then Amtrak and all these other,
he's on
just
all
raking
these
in.
boards, raking in that cash. And
And
I'd
then-
like 513. Do you think there
What was
was
the name of that
anything fishy
company?
about
Rose Partners, where
Yeah.
he was doing all this consulting
that? Do you
work.
think there's anything
Yeah.
fishy about? Now the guy is out trying to solicit cage matches. He wants a cage match with Don Jr. or Eric. So my question is, when
Oh, my God.
that story alone about Hunter Biden
I would pay.
broke.
I would pay to have that. If that was pay-per-view, I would pay to have everybody over here.
Hunter
I
Biden
would
and
pay
Don Jr.
$2,000
Ooh, easy
just
big
to
money.
watch it.
Easy big money.
I would pay that.
My money's on Don Jr.
I think it would just be an amazing experience to have the left,
I
the
know.
right in the house, watching, gearing up. Watching.
But Hunter Biden's such a pussy. He'd get out there, he'd shit himself, he'd put his ref. I don't know.
No, he'd
Yeah,
be,
I mean,
he'd be like this, real quick. Hold on.
He'd be
Yeah,
hyped up on meth.
the crack
man.
pipe,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'd be on crack like you wouldn't believe.
Hold on.
he'd
He's
be like,
so-
Where's
he's
my
sober.
bitches?
He's-
Where's my
he-
bitches?
He's sober, guys.
Come on,
he's sober.
I think
Let's celebrate his sobriety. He's sober.
I do like the fact, though. Like I said, they prosecuted the one leaker, and I don't think the worst part of government, the worst part of any administration, is these leaks that just undermine your administration and your effectiveness, and they're dangerous. And people do it. People do it for a variety of reasons. They want to be friends with the press. They want to be famous. They want to be that guy that the press always runs to, or girl that runs to, for the inside information. Sources tell us, and it undermines your administration. It makes you ineffective, and Trump is not putting up with it. And I'm glad, and I hope he does the same thing with this insider trading, and I hope he does. If anyone, including his son, including Don Jr., including his daughter, I mean, go down the whole family tree, is making money, making trades based on daddy's speeches, hold them accountable, prosecute them, because it's bullshit. And Congress should do the same thing, because it's just as much bullshit when congressmen, and I think Landsman got caught up in some of that a few years ago.
Joe Biden sold out the United States of America
Absolutely.
and the foreign policy of the
Absolutely.
United States of America
100
when Barack Obama
100%.
put him in charge of it
100%.
to line his own
You
pockets
have to
and
drink.
enrich himself and enrich the members
Friday.
of his family.
100%.
There is no question about it.
It's documented, because it's not only that it's documented, he's proving it now that he's broke. He is proving it now that he is dead broke. Daddy won't give him a dime.
He has nothing to offer.
Let me tell you something. Let me just put all that aside for a second.
You know what amazes me is the way this podcast goes, and I love it, We come with a plan,
and then we shit on it.
But that's the way that this should be.
And well, because we're talking from our heart. We don't have a script here, and
I try to give you at least a broad script.
Well, there's
that
an
you guys
outline.
go off.
There's a vague of an outline, but I mean, just put all the facts aside for a second. What a shitty father! What an absolute failure of a father that your son is literally out there crying to the public that he is broke because you used him. You are his pimp. You are whoring out your own son to funnel money back to you. If Hunter Biden had made all that money and kept the money that he made off Burisma instead of having to give daddy his cut, he would not be in money trouble right now. Now, I don't know how much blow he was doing, but I'm sure he would have some money. Apparently a lot.
And he's on video smoking crack and, doing all the drugs and all that shit.
No, well, I don't understand. If you're not upset, I can't figure you out. I mean, I'm just saying you're a failure as a father. I mean, I can make observations. Are we not allowed to make observations?
I think we are.
I thought we were.
I think that's covered.
I mean, we can do two things, right? We can do two things at once. We can walk and chew gum. Pretty sure we can. But anyway, okay. I mean, so
can do a podcast.
I think the one thing I think as a man, and forgive me because I'm not a dad, but I think the one responsibility that you have is to be a dad. If you bring a child or be a dad, I mean, the guy pimped his son out just for money and then used him and then left him like a piece of trash on the side of the road. What an utter and complete failure. And he'll have to answer for that someday. He'll have to answer.
I know, but but think about that in your own life. If you were in that situation where Hunter Biden was in, and what was he raking in from Burisma?
Oh, what was like
35 grand a month. I mean, more than that, 60 grand,
staggering amount of money.
It was, wouldn't you at least sock some of that money away for your future? He should be independently wealthy. He should be. And when you look at all the deals he cut with China and all the deals he cut with Ukraine, Uzbekistan, and all the other deals that he was part of, and he was walking around thinking like his shit didn't stink, and he could, look, my dad's vice president, and I'm going to tell you what for, and all this other stuff, and now he's got nothing left because he is who he is.
And yet the very people and Joe Biden, given everything we know about him, given how he was a president, how much time he spent asleep in a beach chair, what he did with the auto pen, everything else. You know what's funny is now is the Democrats, including, and I'll veer back on the topic. They want to invoke the 25th Amendment against
Donald Trump.
Against Donald Trump.
All right.
But the Democrats still have an entire narrative out there that, it was so great when Joe Biden was president.
It was not great when Joe Biden
We didn't have wars.
Yeah.
We didn't have scandals.
Yeah.
We didn't have this, that. We didn't have all the chaos under Trump. What a bunch of shit.
All right.
Look at what he did.
Let me go back. I wanted to throw this out there.
I thought I was veering back on the topic.
Well, we were talking about money and how daddy's such a bad guy and doesn't help his son. His rough total for the 36 years that he was in Congress, right, was anywhere from 3.5 million to 4.5 million. But that's not counting anything extra. No book deals, no outside investments or whatever. That's just a salary, right? So
the speaking engagements can be quite lucrative, I hear.
Exactly. So there's all kinds of extra shit.
You got to be able to speak.
But I'm giving you the base $3.5 to $4.5 million.
Yeah.
Because I was curious
over the time that Joe Biden was in Congress.
That he was just in Congress. That's not counting vice president or president,
right?
Because he
50 some years in Congress.
Yeah, in Congress, and always took a paycheck.
So
always took a paycheck.
Yeah. But don't give me this stuff, and this doesn't even include.
It broke down by year, like what his salary was, but
we haven't even touched on how absolutely shameful and criminal it is the way Joe Biden let undocumented illegal aliens into this country.
Oh, well, that's
the number of people who died at the border.
It's an endless show.
The number of kids, unaccompanied minors,
lost,
who came into this country.
and disappeared,
not vetted,
and disappeared.
The adults they were with were not vetted,
Trafficked.
The adults that they went to were not vetted, and the absolute horrific abuse, the sexual abuse, the outright murder, the trafficking of these kids.
Mm-hmm.
It is when history finally gets around to telling the truth about this, it is going to be one of the most shameful periods in the history of the United States, because they allowed it to happen. They knew it was happening, and they did nothing. They did not lift a finger to stop any of it.
Not only that, the thing is, you're exactly right. History at some point will look back and shake their head and said, what in the hell were these people thinking? And 513 just said something. You care about that? You don't care. That's not
true.
If
you say Biden used the government to enrich himself and his family, you don't care when Trump does the same thing. You don't care about corruption.
He
did it before.
I'm sorry. I don't see the equality in saying that Donald Trump was pimping. Is Donald Trump pimping out his kid, or his kids being pimped out to foreign governments? Our adversaries sometimes for money to have access to Donald Trump? Is that what you're saying? Because if you do, I'd like to see your source. I'd like to see your source on that story, because I don't think it exists.
Well, why doesn't 513 look up the net worth of people like Obama before he got into the presidency, and then after? Why doesn't he go look up the net worth of people like Bill Clinton before and after the presidency? Why doesn't he go look up the net worth of people like George Bush?
I was going to say George Bush.
Well, George Bush had a lot of money before he became president. But so that's probably not the best one.
No, but it equates to the fucking Trumps.
Look at
because they had money beforehand.
They had money before him.
Trump is the one president whose net worth is lower now than when he started becoming president.
And let me ask you a question: is Donald Trump, is he taking a salary for being president?
No, he's not taking a dime.
And that's like what, $400,000 a year?
I might be. I think it's like 450.
So if he
450 and change.
So I'm going to talk very slow because I know 513 is listening. So if he's all about the money, okay, I'm going to talk slow. He's all about the money. Would he be taking the 450, or would he be giving it up and donating it to other causes? Which one is it?
He doesn't need it.
He doesn't need the 450. That's why he's not taking it. But you know what? You're going to believe, I realize, and I'm to the point. It's almost not worth it to talk to liberals anymore, because they hate Trump so much. And I do understand why you hate him. I really do, because
we said at the top, if you're a libtard, you're not going to like this show today.
You are so eaten up with your, I don't like Donald Trump. I don't like Donald Trump. I hate the way he talks. I hate his mannerisms. I hate his speech. I hate his tweets. I hate everything about him. Not presidential. I get it. I got it. Blah. I got it. And there are times, I have said it many times, that I'm like, when Donald Trump speaks, I'm like, oh, wish he didn't say it. I wish he didn't say it like that.
I actually wish, since he was here the last show, because we actually did say some things that we didn't agree with Trump.
He reminds me of the kind of guy that's like, well, I know I did that, but I know I did that. The point is, it might be chump change. But the fact of the matter is, Biden still took the money, and he was grifting even more than Trump ever would. So that's kind of my point. But you can't see that because you're blinded. And I get it. I understand.
But 513 is actually right about something. It is chump change.
To
so
him,
Biden sold out cheap. Biden sold out. He could have easily doubled or tripled the number of the amount of money that he was bringing in. I mean, and he was selling out the United States for a few $100,000,
right?
When it should have been a few $100 million,
right? And we're going to be.
And
paying
he could have found people willing to cough up that money for the information that he was giving out, and the access that he was providing to the government.
We will be paying for.
He sold out cheap. I mean, sold out really cheap.
I think history will show that Joe Biden and the Biden family, Inc., is one of, if not the most corrupt organization. And you have to include his brother, that was part of it as well. It will go down in history as shown as one of the most corrupt first families that we've ever had in office.
Well, let's look at,
absolutely.
And also, to piggyback, let's look at the amount of the amount of sellout giving all of our shit to Afghanistan.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
We didn't talk
man.
So
don't
let's add
forget
that
about
onto the fucking tab. Let's not forget about
wait,
that.
wait,
fellas.
Well, no, that was a great point over the weekend
Wait,
when
I'm-
we were talking about the rescue of that downed American pilot and the weapons.
Well, now it's
system.
all fake. Now it's all fake.
It's all fake now.
It's all fake.
Well,
the F-15 that was shot
because-
down.
It's all fake because they haven't released his name. And this is
Oh,
shit
really?
that I'm seeing on local
Oh,
shit.
for
that
God's
sounds like
sake.
something a cultist would say because
That's-
513 just call us a Trump cultist.
It might be a
Are you a Trump
KFS cultist that was saying, I'm a little confused. You would think the heroism, they would have announced his name and paraded him through the streets.
You talking about
already.
Stemmer?
Yeah.
Stemmer was saying this bullshit?
Yes.
That moron. God, you could
idiot.
fucking stupid. She's probably, is she one of these people? She's probably at home going,
She's probably
is she
sitting
an
right next to
awful?
Cincy.
No, she's not affluent.
Okay, now.
She's just yeah.
Well, she's another.
she's just fucking awful. It's just she puts the off and awful.
Her and Cincy are hanging out right now.
Probably. Well, she's available.
It's
No,
all
that's
it's
not-
all
that's-
fake, Andrew,
that's too
because they haven't released his name. Never mind that it was
Oh,
like
for God's
one of the
sake.
biggest rescue missions that we've had to fucking
That's
do.
fake. I wonder, is the spacecraft touching down today? Is that gonna be fake too?
Oh, dude, I got all kinds of shit. I got all kinds of fucking.
That's
comments.
really not happening.
That was our last podcast, wasn't it? Did we really land on the moon?
Yes. Oh,
But-
I got all
you
kinds
know,
of comments.
Since 513 is in the chats, I'm going to throw 513 a little bone here.
Oh,
All right.
You might like that.
How about this? I'm going to throw 513 a bone. And this story goes back. This story's a few days old, but we haven't talked about it yet. Donald Trump is at times not happy with Fox News. So he came out a few days ago after the weekend shows. He was not happy with Shannon Bream of Fox News, and she on Big Fox, she does the Sunday show that Chris Wallace used to host. So they have on legitimate. It's a legitimate news show. They have different members of the cabinet on, senators, heavyweights in D.C. talking about the issues of the day. So he said, tell Shannon Bream of Fox News that it's not the SAVE Act, it's the Save America Act. And he was upset because she had a Democrat on, and she was essentially being a bobblehead, just going to, agreeing with everything this Democrat said. So he wasn't happy about that. Then he went after Jessica Tarloff from The Five. He wrote this: for Fox executives only, take Jessica Tarloff off the air. She is, from her voice to her lies and everything about her, one of the worst personalities on television, a real loser. People cannot stand watching her. Thank you for your attention to this matter. So that's Donald Trump.
Thank you for
And-
your attention.
And when Donald Trump does stuff like that, I disagree with stuff like that. Jessica Tarloff, she may be annoying. She may be wrong about a lot of things. Her opinion may not jive with the way I feel about things, but I would never call for someone like her to be taken off the air. She will succeed or fail on her own merits. So it is not for someone like Trump to talk to Fox News executives and say, I want her taken off the air. So that is, to my way of thinking, that is not an area where any president should go. You can disagree with what Jessica Tarloff is saying. You can not like what she is saying. You can complain about it all day long. But for him to call for her to be taken off the air, that's a bridge too far for me. I disagree with Donald Trump making that statement.
Wait a
So
second.
513,
Wait a
shit.
second.
I'm giving
Cincy.
you.
Wait a second.
I'm giving you a clear example.
I need
You're a cultist.
right here and right now
Wait,
of something, and we have said many times, but that we do not agree with everything that comes out of
Cincy,
Donald
I need
Trump,
a comment
the
from
Donald
that.
Trump
You're a
White House.
terrible cultist. I'm gonna have to take your cultist.
How am I a cultist?
Well, because he says you're a cultist. So I mean, I'm gonna have to take your cult.
We're
card
taking your
away
card.
I'm losing my cult card.
Yeah,
You're
we're taking your
losing
card.
your cult
My-
card.
My mega cult.
No, just your Donald Trump cult.
Okay.
Your Trump cult. Trump
All right.
culture.
So there you go.
You culture you.
Had
He shouldn't
and
be up there
and again, had he
the,
been on-
from the bully pulpit of the White House saying, take that television personality off the air. That's
Are you? I don't even know who
Should
you are.
Had
So
Cincy
there you
been
go.
on the show last last episode, he would have seen where we disagreed multiple times on things that Trump did.
Let's be fair, since he
missed an episode, so all of a sudden he's got to come in.
He lives in an alternate universe, and facts don't really matter to him. So
But
that's okay.
He is one of our favorite idiots.
What did he say? I was. What did he say to me one time? What did he say, Chad? I was dishonest. I'm like, dishonest. How?
Our intro says 100% honest.
100%. There you go. Drink.
God damn it. You got to take a drink.
Fact checked by Andrew Pappas AI.
You got to take a drink. Hey, can we, speaking of dishonesty, let's get into this fucking Mamdani bullshit.
Oh, my God.
What is everybody going to do without their free bus rides? Did anybody think that this was actually going to be a thing?
Oh, my God.
No.
Obviously, some people did.
Well,
I mean, some people did.
what has he done well? I think his approval rating's in like the 30% range.
I haven't.
I think it's in the 30%. I could be wrong, but I think it's 30%. He had some shtick yesterday. He walked home. He walked the streets of New York. He walked home, and a couple of people shook his hand. Well, there's idiots in the crowd everywhere. But he's a gift that's going to keep.
Well,
on
they showed
giving.
some I would say young women who were maybe in their 20s, maybe early 30s.
He has a 43 to 48% job approval rate.
Who saw him on the street
days.
and they were,
Sorry,
they were giggling like schoolgirls.
Like
so I guess maybe they in their nether regions they have feelings for him.
So the free buses aren't going to take place. I thought he said the subways might have been free too, so maybe that includes that. I'm sure it does.
Mm-hmm.
Look, man, I mean, the guy's been an utter failure, and
I mean, I can scroll
every one of his ideas is gonna boomerang back and fail.
Communism fails.
The funny thing is that
who would have thunk it?
Maybe maybe you don't know. So this year is the 250th anniversary of this country, as you know.
Yes.
And in July, they were going to drop a ball down in Times Square in honor of the 250th anniversary of the country. I was going to say 250 on it. Well, guess what? You can watch it on TV, but you're not going to be able to gather in Times Square to watch it because Mamdani has said that's not going to happen.
Is it going to interfere with the Muslim call to prayer?
That is a great question.
I have not seen that.
Yes,
maybe
I've seen that story.
Maybe the Muslim.
So he's blocking
the great Muslim
he's doing
community
away with large public. Now, maybe that's a security
can't
issue.
abide such a thing.
Maybe not. But Dano
New
makes
York.
a great point that I did see that they do have a lot of Muslim calls to prayer apparently now in New York City. And hey, listen, elections. How many times we say it? Elections matter. They have consequences.
Elections have consequences.
You elected this guy. He was he was the hip guy, and the youths got on board with him and have at it. So
all right, so Google says that it is happening.
What?
But this is amazing. And granted, I'm grabbing just the quick Google search because I didn't know I was going to search this one, but yes, a special Times Square ball drop to celebrate America's 250th birthday is happening on July 3rd, 2026 at midnight. What? That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. Are you talking about July 3rd? Or are you talking about New Year's?
I'm talking about July 3rd. Not
July 3rd.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure. I wanted to make sure that I was here. I was doing two different things.
Right. You're familiar with,
but it is not
Congress.
But it is
July
not
4th,
open to the
right.
But it is not open to the public.
Right.
The event has been pivoted to a private ticketed experience inside one Times Square. And will be broadcast rather than a large public street gathering.
So let me ask you a question. This guy that said they were going to embrace.
I was doing three different things.
The guy was. I'm glad you wouldn't know what that is. So the guy was going to be, introduce people to the warmth of collectivism, but yet this event, which celebrates, which is a celebration of the anniversary, founding of our country, and our independence. From Britain is going to have a private ticketed event
in the biggest city in the United States.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think those tickets are going to be free or are they going to cost money?
Well, I mean, the bus rides were going to be free, but now all of a
Do
sudden,
you think this might become a money-making event for Mamdani?
Well,
it continues to say no public crowd due to restrictions on new large-scale events during the summer to manage city resources for the World Cup.
Oh, for
The
God's
event
sake.
will not have a public crowd in the Times Square plazas. The private celebration, the event is being scaled back to a limited ticketed in-person experience inside one Times Square. The broadcast event,
free. That'll be on.
yeah,
TV.
the custom America
Maybe-
250 ball will featuring specially designated crystals will drop at midnight to ring in July 4th
maybe
with plans for a live broadcast similar to the annual New Year's Eve celebration.
maybe it'll be on pay-per-view.
What a fucking jackhole.
He is what he is, man.
I hadn't even seen this part of it.
Yeah.
I hadn't even seen this article.
Yeah.
The fucking clown.
Hey, listen, again, just like we're dealing with here on a local level, you elect clowns, expect a circus. And I've been very critical of our new trustees.
The
here.
biggest city in our country.
Yeah. New York City.
And we can't celebrate it as people, but we can do New Year's Eve though.
Mhm.
Right?
Right. I guess.
You can get it. Well, I mean, maybe.
I guess.
Last year we could, and years prior. You can get a bunch of drunk fucking idiots in Times Square, which is great. I mean, it's fucking New Year's, right? Everybody's there.
Right.
And you know what you're getting into. And now you can't celebrate the 250th anniversary of our country.
I didn't elect the guy,
Well, and guess what?
and I'm not going to be.
Guess what? He's not an American.
The argument could be made that you're probably right. And I don't know where his allegiances are, but I don't think they're to America.
Well, he did come
And
out
I'm not
with
even
his-
saying like lineage. I'm just saying as a person,
No, you're saying
he's just not an American.
You know, there was a
Well, he did
But
come
he's
out with
American.
his racial equity plan that calls for city resources to go to primarily brown and black people. So there's that.
See, now you just fired me up.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
I mean, you know, that nothing really more American than that by pointing out
God
the
damn
race of individuals.
that pisses you off, Jason, huh?
and saying, you know, which group deserves government largesse and which group does not.
I mean, you had
Well, I mean, you have the city of Cincinnati doing the same thing in their.
Well,
we
sure.
have we have
operation.
traditions. We have traditions in this fucking country.
Here he goes. He is pissed.
Am I wrong?
No, I'm not saying you're wrong.
I remember growing up, and even in the cul-de-sac of just having everybody picnic, you know, grilling out brats and hot dogs and Mets and fucking firing off fireworks and somebody losing a finger, maybe, I don't know, and just fucking celebrating together for 4th of July.
Well,
And now all of a sudden, now we're being stifled,
yeah, he
or we're not,
he,
but
he-
they are in
he's-
New York.
He signed an executive order that blocks large-scale events between June 11th and July 19th, citing the need to prioritize PD resources.
It's
for the
because he's
World
not
Cup.
fucking paying them.
And while the America 250 ball is scheduled for July 3rd will still occur, broadcast live, the plaza will be closed to the public.
And he's hemorrhaging fucking
ask you a
fire and police.
That's
He
gonna-
is
that's really gonna
hemorrhaging.
have
Of course,
Give me a second.
Yes.
He is hemorrhaging fire and
Yes.
police out of his city because of his fucking policies. And the unions are they're not dealing with it.
Let me
and
ask
they're
you-
fucking leaving.
Let me ask you another
Think about
question.
that.
Wait, let me ask you a question. How's he going to keep those people out of Times Square? What do you think they'll put up?
It might have to use some barricades. Might have to
You
have.
mean-
some
Oh my
police
God.
Wait a
there.
second. You mean like walls?
Like a wall?
The walls work.
Walls?
Oh my
They
God.
work.
If they work there, why don't they work at the border?
But just imagine.
Hypocrisy is so fucking gross.
Just imagine what that's going to look like. You've got the giant ball is going to come down to celebrate the 250th anniversary
Watch it on TV.
of our great nation.
Yes, you go watch on TV.
And there will be no one in Times Square.
No.
What's that going to feel like? It's not going to feel like, I don't know, North Korea.
Or
Someplace like that's not going to.
or your favorite word, the Wuhan.
The Wuhan.
Maybe they could
Yeah.
AI the crowd in there, and no one will tell them.
There you go.
Boom.
You're an AI expert. They should
I
call
am,
you.
and they should call.
How much would that contract be worth?
It would be pretty penny.
This is essentially going to be like fucking COVID fucking 2026.
Oh, my God.
You know, it's just, and it pisses Jason
Fucking
off.
gross.
It is pisses Jason off. But liberals, Democrats, 513 cannot see the hypocrisy.
And I want to know, is Cincy okay with this? I want to know. I want to know if he's okay with it.
He probably will say it's New York. He doesn't care.
Well, here's another
So
thing.
if you would please respond in the comments or shoot me a text.
If you're going to have an event and you want, so by definition, you're going to have an event and you want to limit the number of people there. So you're going to put walls or barricades to keep them out. If that's okay for you to do at your private event, why is
you're charging?
Right. And I don't know the specifics of that, but why is it not okay for a country that wants to have security to put a wall at their border? Do you see the hypocrisy there?
This is a good one, fellas.
Okay, he agrees with us. There should be an open event. So that's a fair statement.
We do agree on that.
That's a fair statement.
go.
So you agree what he's doing is wrong, and that walls should not be put up, right? Because walls are bad. We agree on that. That's your position. Walls are bad. Now, personally, I'm like, if the guy wants to do it, he's the mayor. He can do it. Fine by me. I don't really care. But be consistent. And his inconsistency bothers me. As most liberals' inconsistency, like your life bothers me, the way you live your life. It's okay. You say, do as I say, not as I do. And that pisses me off. There.
Can I throw another one out there?
Have at it.
The Barack Hussein Obama Presidential Center is almost ready to open.
Guess what you need to get in?
The grand opening is coming up. The big headline that came out earlier this week is that, listen to this now.
I already know.
Listen to this. This is great.
I know.
If you are an Illinois resident,
right,
you can attend the opening of the Barack Obama Center completely free.
How do you prove you're a resident?
The only way that you can prove that you are a resident of the great state of Illinois is by providing identification.
God damn it. God damn it.
We're both getting ready to have a stroke.
You can't make this up.
So you're telling me another Democrat that says it's illegal to require people to have ID to vote. Want to have just to get into his phallic symbol library that you need ID to get in there. Is that what you're telling me?
So let me ask you a question. Okay. On the scale of things that are important. All right. I'm trying to make my hands as even as I possibly can. You have on one hand, you have voting. I would think voting is a fairly important thing.
How about library?
Then you have the Barack Obama
library attendance.
Right. Which one is more important than the other? I would say voting might be slightly more important than going. But yeah, when it comes to voting, are they about having identification to vote? No,
that should be open.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Just move on down the line.
He's going to vouch for you.
But if you want to go to the Barack Obama Center,
you better have that ID.
And we're not done yet.
Oh, God.
This gets better.
Please be done.
And never go to a sponsor.
By the way, admission is $30 for adults, $23 for kids.
$30?
$30
to get in.
Yeah. It's also $30 ish.
If you don't live in
the July 4th thing in New York. I just looked it up.
Oh, you looked it up. Who's getting the money?
I don't know. It didn't say where.
They would probably charge you $60 if you showed up.
No, they're not letting me in.
But here's another great thing. All right.
Unbelievable.
Obama wants to have everyone in the country to have a chance to come and witness his greatness at the Obama Center. So they've got a promotional,
fucking grossest looking building in there.
They've got a promotional thing going on.
Eat some Skyline and then go in there and leave.
Most gross.
And what they are doing is that you can
get a 5-way.
You can
blow up the shitters.
You can sign up to win free tickets, and this is for anyone in the country now.
Oh,
free tickets, airfare.
Oh,
completely all expenses paid for trip to witness the Obama Center.
513. You taking notes here?
Okay, but there's one little caveat.
Oh fuck!
Of course there is.
Tell me I need ID.
All right, no, hold on. This is even better.
Oh fuck!
This is you get a $1,500 travel stipend, which is very nice.
That's nice.
The promotion, and I am reading this right off of the Twitter feed from the Obama Center. The promotion is open only
to U.S. residents,
U.S. citizens.
Oh my God!
How lawful!
How racist!
Permanent U.S. residents who are legal residents of the 50 United States.
That can't be.
District of Columbia and Puerto Rico.
Can I ask you to a question?
So stupid.
How How are we going to prove that?
He doesn't want illegals in his center.
So
He doesn't want you.
You'll need more than a driver's license.
If you're
gonna
an
need your birth
illegal
certificate.
fucking alien,
Say it
You
right
can-
there.
you can-
Obama doesn't want you in his fucking center.
You can vote, and you can vote.
Am I
but you-
wrong on that?
I don't.
It says it
disagree.
right here.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
If you want to
That's
come in,
fucking
number
amazing.
one, you got to have an ID.
Can they work there?
I mean, we didn't have
Can illegals work there?
They would have armed guards. Maybe you know
No,
what?
you're
Illegals
cleaning
might
the
be able
shitter.
to work.
They
there.
might be able to work there. So
Clean
you
the
can
shitter. You know,
clean the
cook,
shitter,
cook the
vacuum,
tacos.
but you can't go in there and visit.
because
God,
you know
unbelievable.
Obama loves his chefs.
I mean,
And
the
he
hypocrisy.
is a chef.
The hypocrisy is just so, and yet Obama and the Democrats want to count everybody for the census, which appropriates representation in Congress.
Open to U.S. citizens,
And they let
or
in how many
lawful,
people, like we
permanent,
talked
and
about.
U.S. residents.
That's just staggering. That's just, you know what that is? That's just indefensible. And that's why 513 has his zip. His lips
I don't have it. God, I wish you would have sent that to me. I don't have it on our screen up there, but it's literally, I'm
You
looking
can read
at
it.
it.
It's right there.
I'm looking at it.
That is from townhall.com.
Yeah.
Okay.
How in the fuck
How is that not?
in the? Oh my God!
Yeah. So we got the New York deal, we got the Chicago deal, two liberal Democrat states that are,
You have a former two-term president who sits here and says, "Yeah, I mean, whoever his people are. I mean, but he's a part of it."
I saw an interview with him where he was talking
God
about
damn, interrupting squirrel.
where he was literally
Fuck!
saying
He's
to
gotta
people
let it
who
out.
are illegal aliens, if you're in the country, you're undocumented. He said, go to the polls, cast your ballot. It'll be a provisional ballot, but we'll make sure that it gets counted.
unbelievable.
I swear to God,
The hypocrisy is so gross.
There's an interview with Obama out there with him saying that, instructing illegal aliens to go to the polls and vote.
I'll say this:
That's
Democrats.
what Obama does.
Democrats are if they're one thing, they're consistent, and they're consistent about being hypocrites. It's always do as I say, not as I do. And I'm sorry.
Fucking John Smith came in late. I was like, oh my God, this is good one. You gotta go back
Dan
and listen.
Dan
And then Bosco goes, yeah, John, it's rough, bro.
Dan hit the ground running today.
This is one of my favorites. This is amazing.
Well,
We're gonna hit one of our sponsors here real quick.
I've got almost all of it out of
We
me.
need to let Dan take a breath.
Every 2 minutes, a child enters foster care in America. Behind each statistic is a face, a story, and often a heartbreaking message. It's not my fault. The Varner Foundation for Children and Families was created in 2020 to change this reality. They don't just raise awareness about the foster care crisis, they take action. When local agencies can't meet a child's need, the Varner Foundation steps in. From providing essential resources to foster families to supporting children who've experienced trauma, they're building a network of hope. Every donation, every partnership, every act of support creates ripples of healing in a child's life. These aren't just statistics, they're futures being restored. One child at a time. Visit varnerfoundation.org and be the difference in a child's life, where 100% of all donations go directly to families in need. 100%. Because every child deserves to know you matter, you're valued, and it's not your fault.
Can I just look? We just did the commercial for the Varner Foundation.
Great commercial.
I got this
It was a great
postcard in the
commercial.
mail
Thank you.
from the Varner Foundation yesterday, and let me just run a few numbers by you. These are very impressive. These are their 2025 facts and figures. In 2025, they served 1,298 children.
Wow.
That is a 249% increase.
From the prior year?
Yes.
Wow.
They served a total of 540 families, an increase of 174%. Their total number of grants approved was $106,000.
Where'd it go?
This is the when we talk about the Varner Foundation, and I have to believe that some people on this podcast have seen our advertisements for the Varner Foundation and have maybe gone there and made a contribution. And if you have, I want to say thank you. because you are really helping to better the lives of children and families in our community. And 100%, I don't know how they do it, but every dime that gets sent to the Varner Foundation goes to their mission to help children and families.
Just so amazingly rare.
And here's some of the things that they did. They helped the family get an oxygen tank that was needed. They helped for therapy and therapeutic comps. They did some specialty made shoes and socks for some kids that needed it. They, let me see, here's car repairs and appliance replacements for families that needed it. And so it's so something as simple as a car repair or your stove is broken, your refrigerator is broken, dude, boom, they help that, to something like an oxygen tank so it runs the gamut of what the needs are. And that's where the Varner Foundation comes in. And I'm just unbelievably proud to have Dan Varner and the Varner Foundation just be part of this podcast.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's one of the things that I'm most proud about.
All three of us
doing this podcast.
All three of us have been part of certain events or all the events we've been at the same thing. And it's, they do it upright. They make sure everybody is taken care of.
Yeah.
And it's awesome.
And I want to give a special shout out
we can all call him a friend.
Evangeline Duvall, who has been
a
great guest on a couple of my shows. And when it comes to, you talk about passion for helping kids and rescuing kids who get caught up in some of the worst situations imaginable, that she has dedicated her life to that. And she is an extremely special person. So I just wanted to give her a little shout out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Being connected to the Varner Foundation.
No question.
All right, what's next?
All right. So we got we'll hit this real quick. Mr. Hakeem is starting his bullshit again.
Is this the 25th Amendment shit?
Yeah.
That's what I meant. That's
we'll
what
hit it.
Dude is a clown.
How many times have they tried to fucking do this and it just doesn't fuck go anywhere? But now all of a sudden he thinks he has enough coverage.
He's on to something. Yeah,
he has enough coverage.
Okay.
With everything that fucking Trump's doing, and it's all about the Iran stuff, and he brought in not this article, but another article where he was going to wipe out a civilization.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Guess what? People fucking talk, right? When the rubber meets the road, it's time to fucking get tough. You get fucking tough. It is what it is. And guess what? The civilization has not been wiped out.
And we were on record the last show of saying how we didn't like that language. So before some idiot on chats goes, "You guys are cultists and you just believe everything," and we said, these are one of the times that we're like, choose your words better. Don't go on these rants. Instant communication. Sometimes, and I say it out
you
loud.
are free to look it up and prove me wrong.
No, so
please do.
I'll say
if I'm wrong, I'll admit it.
We discussed it many times. Sometimes saying nothing is the best course of action. You don't have to speak every time, and Donald Trump should probably learn that.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, he taking him literally at everything he says on the other side of the coin is also a mistake, because a lot of times he's posturing. A lot of times he's saying things for one particular audience and not another. And you take things not necessarily out of context, but you run with things like Hakeem Jeffries wants to do. And so you want to have, they're going to try to invoke the 25th Amendment. Okay, fine. Good luck with that. What else are they going to do? I mean, who here, raise your hand if you doubt that after the midterms, if the Democrats get in power in one or both houses, what are they going to do? Can someone tell me what they'll do?
They're going to go for another round of impeachment.
Correct. Absolutely.
Yep.
And multiple them from Nancy
Pelosi
on down. They're all out there, and they're saying it openly.
Right.
You can find tons of videos out there.
So my point is, they're going to bog down rather than focus on, and maybe that's our idea. This is how we're serving the country. But rather than focus on running the country, we're going to have impeachment after impeachment after impeachment.
We're going to try to block, and block.
That's fine. It's fine.
All right. So next thing, and that's, we'll figure out. We'll
annoying.
We'll see where that goes. It is annoying. It's like that
highly
gnat
annoying.
at a picnic.
It is, except it's a little more substantial than a gnat, but you know, this is just bullshit.
But I'm going to show this picture you sent me, Andrew, coming from Charlotte, North Carolina. DeCarlos Brown Jr.
For God's sake.
Annoying.
Competent enough to be released after 14 arrests, but not competent enough to stand trial for murder after stabbing, and I cannot pronounce her name. And
Arina Zarutska is her name.
Good work. Thank you. I did not want to be disrespectful.
Dan's a cunning linguist.
I talked about it last night on my radio show.
But yeah, I mean, how bullshit is this? He can be released multiple times, 14 arrests, but he can't stand. He's allowed to be on the streets, but he can't stand trial.
Here's the point of that little picture, that little meme, whatever you want to call it. Bring back mental institutions. Okay, bring them back. Just bring back mental institutions, because jail is really not for the 14 times prior to that. Jail's not the place for crazy people. They don't get help. They don't get recovered. They don't get rehabilitated. Jail is not for crazy people. It's not designed for that. Bring back state-run mental institutions. And
this guy needs to be executed.
Oh, no question. Now he does.
This nonsense about being competent. I mean, he was competent enough to vote. He was competent enough to get welfare. He was competent enough to get public housing. He was competent enough to get an EBT card. He was competent enough to get free bus rides. He was competent enough to acquire a weapon.
He didn't get New York's free bus ride?
He was competent enough to slice a girl's throat in an instant. He was competent enough to immediately brag about murdering that white girl. So this guy was competent enough to have contact and be arrested 14 previous times. But this time?
Absolutely.
This time
he's not.
He's incompetent.
So we're going to say
the only saving grace on this is that he's facing federal charges.
Yeah, the feds are coming in and saying that's bullshit.
That's the only saving grace on this, is that he may face prosecution and punishment.
You can
under
trace
the federal
listen,
system.
A lot of the crime is committed habitually by people that are literally mentally incompetent, and rather than just put them in jail for a stint and then let them out, we need to bring back, I mean, that's my opinion, I could be wrong, someone could tell me I'm wrong, but we need to bring back state-run mental institutions that we can lock people up that don't have the ability to jail is not the place for them. That's my opinion, because they're not going to get help, and they're not going to get, and it's not that I want them to get help, but I mean, is locking somebody crazy up for, like, let's say the prior charges or the prior offenses were 6-month deal or a year deal. So you lock him up for a year. He still stays batshit crazy. He gets out of jail and he's still batshit crazy. He gets no therapy.
And he's going to kill someone.
And he's going to kill somebody. So that's my point. We need mental institutions that we can lock these people up, get them the help they need. And then if it's a lower level crime and they make progress, and they say, okay, they can walk and chew gum by the time they're done, then you can say, okay, they're ready to be released back and become a productive member of society. That's my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know that I'm wrong, but I mean, I think the case can be made, and that's the worst thing Reagan did. And I hate talking badly about Reagan. He closed the state-run the mental institutions.
Well, the other thing we need is a thing like this sheriff out in California. Hit it.
I'm gonna make it full screen.
Ooh, okay.
We intentionally ran him over. Kern County Sheriff's Office. Don't shoot at cops. You shoot at cops, we're going to run you over. He got run over. He got what he deserved.
Fucking word, man.
I wanted to go again.
Kern County Sheriff's Office. Don't shoot at cops. You shoot at cops, we're going to run you over. He got run over. He got what he deserved.
He got what he deserved. That is Sheriff Mike Boudreaux. 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 Mike Boudreaux.
Be awesome if we had that around here.
Yeah. The suspect was David Eric Morales. He killed a law enforcement. Boudreaux. He killed a law enforcement he was killed when a law enforcement Bearcat armored vehicle ran over him. After he continued firing and refused to surrender. Dude got what was coming to him.
Did it hurt?
I certainly hope it did.
It had to hurt.
He was being served an eviction notice after 35 days of not paying rent.
Is that bad?
Ask our mayor.
Oh, shit.
Oh!
I'm going to stop paying my mortgage.
Boom. So you've got a sheriff's deputy who is dead now. His family has lost him forever. because of this criminal fucking scumbag. And thank God for sheriffs like Mike Boudreaux
that have his
who
officers'
is
backs.
yeah. This is maybe some people here in Cincinnati ought to take notice of what it really means.
I'm trying to see where he is in California.
Yeah, California.
Where at?
Porterville, California.
So there are some good
And I
parts
believe
of
it's
California.
I believe it's Kern County. It said Kern County, but I think it's with a T.
All right, listen,
Yeah.
it's
But
so
God bless
refreshing.
that.
So
God bless
refreshing
that
to
sheriff.
have,
Yeah.
unlike the sheriff we have
Balls
here.
the size of church bells.
It's so nice to see somebody have the police officers' backs and call it out like it is. You
And
know?
513, why don't you fact check us on that? You
Ooh,
piece of shit.
oh,
Go ahead and fact check that one. You're so good at it. And we're just, you can't believe everything you see on the internet. Maybe that's AI. Maybe that sheriff is AI.
whoa!
Why don't you call that dead deputy's family and see if he's really dead?
You are hitting on all.
Call me
bases
out.
today.
I'm encouraging you
Today
to
was
call
a
me
good one.
out.
Today
Point
was a
out
good
where
one.
I'm wrong.
Dan,
All right, before we close it out, let's throw some hopes and prayers to our
1 hour from now,
astronauts. At 8:05 they're supposed to splash down.
It's all about the heat shield, baby.
I don't know how long it takes them to get through the atmosphere. They might be in it fucking right
There's
now.
like a 6-minute long blackout period.
Remember, this is fake. So this is
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
it's all
studio.
fake.
Oh, it's fake.
It's
This is
fake.
in the studio, out in somewhere.
I ended up. I wasn't going to read that whole thing, but Charles Duke, former was Apollo 16 astronaut, was talking about the reentry and how tough it is. You know, you're coming in at 25,000 plus miles an hour, and then the aircraft has to fucking flip over to make sure they don't skip off.
It's called a spacecraft.
Spacecraft. Okay.
I'm just saying.
Thanks, Dan.
It's actually a
Well,
video.
Well,
Papa
I
said
normally can't get a word in edgewise over you.
Papa
so
said
it's
we're
fine.
100% accurate. I'm just trying
Well,
to maintain that rate.
Well, I
I
appreciate
think
you.
it spins
And I'm drinking.
around.
Are you drinking?
I'm 100%. Drink.
No, he decides when he wants
he's
to do
empty.
it, when he doesn't.
But it's a tricky maneuver. Is what
This
you're
is
saying.
fucking huge.
Yeah.
This is huge, and they're getting ready to come back into the atmosphere. And I hope
They're gonna splash down in the Pacific right off of California.
I believe so.
About 200 miles off the coast.
Why don't they do
Give
it
or
like
take.
if they were good, they'd do it like in a lake. Be like,
No,
we're really good.
come on. This is
Bullseye.
it's not an exact
Hit it.
science.
But
I mean,
no,
why not?
They did that with the space shuttle.
Elon Musk
They
could
landed
do
at Edwards Air Force Base.
I know. I remember that. I remember. I mean,
if
it's
you haven't,
scary.
guys, if anybody that's followed one more matter, if you haven't figured out that he is so literal that it's not even funny.
Here's the deal. This is scary because it's the first time. This thing is literally full of shit because the toilet didn't work. So, I mean, it's coming. They're coming in hot.
Coming in hot.
Maybe they can eject the offal
The feces
during the re-entry and
and
it'll
it'll
just burn up in the
Ah,
atmosphere.
That's what I was saying.
It's raining shit.
It's shit all over the place. But
As an American, I'd be willing to endure that.
when they open that hatch, they're going to be like, God damn, that's what you guys been doing in here. But listen,
my
let's keep
God.
your fingers crossed because this is a first. I know that they did it unmanned and it went up there and it performed,
Yes.
but this is a first.
But
And
this is more stress this spacecraft has endured than any of the others.
well, I mean, let's just like I
So-
said, let's keep our finger, and then the parachutes have to deploy. Blah 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 blah. It's got to splash down the water. And
So
then
everybody,
hope everybody's
you know,
safe. Got about an hour to go.
do what you do, but throw some good thoughts to the astronauts, or am I allowed to say astronauts, or what are they called?
Let's all gather around the
I think you
television
say
tonight
astronauts.
and hope our astronauts come home safely.
I'm
Which is cool.
Probably going to the
Which
bar.
is
Yes,
cool
indeed.
because the next time they go up,
Next time they're landing on the
they're
moon.
landing on the moon.
Yes, indeed.
Unless it's fake.
Unless it's
unless it's fake.
Well,
I
That'd
think
be
it's-
another
I got
fake landing.
so many comments about how fake it is
Hey.
after all our AI or our clips that they got put out on TikTok and everything. Oh, dude, there was so much bullshit.
One final thing I want to mention tomorrow.
I mean, it was fun bullshit. I mean, I'm not saying it negatively.
If
It was
anyone's
fun.
got free time, I know you guys don't, but if anyone has free time tomorrow, there will be some seats left at the Yellow Ribbon Support Center
There you go.
for their annual Yellow Ribbon dinner, and it's the way they raise money. And we both know Matt Maupin. Everyone remembers Matt Maupin.
Absolutely.
God
Keith
bless him.
Maupin.
Yesterday was the day.
Yesterday was the anniversary, sadly, of when he was captured, and we're going to have the Yellow Ribbon Support Center dinner tomorrow night at the Oasis. And you can go on the Yellow Ribbon Support Center website if you want to get a final ticket to show up and go.
Well, you need identification to get in.
No, you don't. You know what
Wow.
you need? You need money. Because we like donations. We will not ask you for your ID. Unlike Democrats that are hypocrites.
All right,
will
I'm
not
pulling
ask-
your money.
I'm pulling every landscaper I know, and they're going to be there.
Hey, give them
libtard, you.
moolah, dinero. We take pesos. We'll take whatever you got. But listen, to date, 20 years, you know how much money that they have raised for scholarships in the name of the soldiers that have died in duty?
Please tell me.
Over $800,000. Over
Outstanding.
$800,000.
Absolutely amazing.
So
Great work.
it's a great organization. I'm happy to be a part of it. And I hope that if anyone is around or has the time or wants to even just make a donation, Yellow Ribbon Support Center, and click on the donate box.
There you go.
Thanks.
All right, boys.
Have a great weekend.
When's our next soiree?
I don't know.
Sunday-ish or no?
I can do Sunday or Monday.
Dan's busy. Dan's working
Sunday,
and
Monday.
Tuesday
Sunday,
morning.
Monday.
Yeah, Sunday might be tough for me.
All right. Well, we'll see. But
We'll-
see you.
We'll
see you back
potentially
in a
call it
few
Monday,
days.
but we'll let you go.
All right.
See ya.